we're continuing to go south. We stayed a couple days in Salt Lake, near Salt Lake City in Provo, Utah. Now we're heading south. We're heading toward Bryce Canyon National Park.
Hi! Did you tell them where we're going?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
We're going back up higher in the mountains. We're trying to get out of the mountains.
Yeah.
And we end up going higher.
How much higher?
Bryce, I guess the highest point's about 8,000 feet.
You do know I'm afraid of heights.
Uh-oh.
All right. Well, why don't you just come along and see what happens?
Maybe I can push her off a cliff.
Just an itty-bitty-bitty about a couple on the road, driving it hardly, pulling a toad. No place special to roam, not looking for a home. Won't you come along with us? We are RPlaceTravels.
Okay, we're getting ready to leave. Hi.
Hi.
We are in Bryce National Park at the Sunset Campground. No hookups. We've had our first day.
Rough day.
We had a rough day. The tow dolly, we ended up having to move the tow dolly after we've already parked and everything, so we ended up having to move it, you know, over on the side, which we had it in the back.
Had it in the back. It was off the blacktop, so they came and complained about it. So we had to put the wheels have to be on the blacktop. So it was a pain to get the thing, unhook it, and get it all the way around and move it. So it was a little stressful situation, but
Got it done. It's done. So today we're going to go on a hike. We're doing the Bryce Rim, right? What is it called?
the Rim Trail.
The Rim Trail. We're starting at the Bryce Rim.
We're starting at Bryce Point.
Oh, Bryce Point.
Going to following the Rim Trail, and then we're going to finishing up at Inspiration Point.
Mhm.
So I think that's like it says right here, 1.5 miles.
To the first one.
Yeah.
This one to this one is
It's a mile and a half.
To the first one.
Yep.
Yeah. Then we'll see how we're doing and if we want to go farther.
Keep going.
Yep.
Well, that's today's agenda.
Yep. So we're going to be walking over to the bus. We're gonna take the bus today.
Taking the bus. We got picnic lunch and everything else with us.
Mhm.
And there are prizes attached to my questions, so if you know the answers, you can win a prize. Who knows what the Utah State flower is? Uh-oh. I guess we better go to the visitor center. We can study. The Utah State flower is a pretty little flower. It's a sago lily. It's a white flower. It's got some red, blue and yellow in the middle. About the Utah State animal, we have a lot of them here in the park. The Rocky Mountain elk is the Utah State animal. And they are really active right now. It's rut season, and they're bugling all over the place. So if you hear anything in the late evening hours, I'm sure it'll be an elk hollering. All right, how about the Utah State tree? We have them here in the park, but at higher elevations.
Ponderosa.
Bristlecone is not right.
Ponderosa.
He said Ponderosa.
Huh?
Ponderosa.
Ponderosa pine. No, I said higher elevations. Ponderosa pines are all around us here.
All right.
But at higher elevations in our park.
Thank you. Spruce.
The quaking aspen. Beautiful little white bark tree. I thought they were birch trees when I first saw them. They're not even green right now because they're turning a brilliant yellow gold color as we speak. So if you see a white bark tree with yellow gold leaves right this time of year, that is the quaking aspen. All right, how about an easy question so we can get this prize given away? How many national parks in Utah? Oh, come on, I thought that was easy. How many?
6.
12. No, indeed not.
Five.
There are, yeah, they should have 12, you're right. 5 national parks. Arches, Canyonlands, Capitol Reef, Bryce, and Zion.
Rescue lady came.
Well, we're not doing too well here. Let's try another subject. We have hoodoos here, right? We all know what the hoodoos are, right? The rock structures.
Yep.
They're found all over the world, but nowhere else in the world are there this many in one location. Why are they red?
Iron.
Oh, we have a winner.
What do you say?
Are you a geologist?
No.
Okay. But there is iron in the soil. It oxidizes and creates rust. That is the red color. Now, in addition to the soft red sandstone that's red, we have a white rock a lot of times on top of that red sandstone.
Oh,
What
yeah.
kind of rock is that?
Limestone.
Limestone. Now we're rocking. Yes, indeed, limestone. Limestone's a lot harder than the red sandstone. But, and it inhibits the erosion that we have here, but it doesn't stop it. It eventually will erode also. We lose about 4 feet every 100 years to erosion. Well, thanks for playing my little game. I hope you enjoy your ride on the show.
But it smells like vanilla. It does. We'll have to look it up. Look at the sap.
Yep.
Just hanging on here. And it smells just like vanilla. Today we are going to the Southern Scenic Drive. It is at the end of the, as far as you can go in the Bryce Canyon National Park. And so we're already there, 18 miles.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of scenic overlooks along this highway. So what we're doing is we're going to the very end, 18-mile marker, and working our way back and looking at all the scenic overlooks.
Because they're all on the right.
Because we're all on the right side of the
Yeah.
street.
We're at the first one, Rainbow,
Rainbow Point.
and it's got the most parking here. And presume that it's got the most stuff to see too. So
I don't know, we'll find out. Come
We'll
along.
take you with us.
Rainbow Point.
Okay, here we go. Black Birch Canyon. Okay, we're going down.
Going down. Black Birch Canyon. There you go. Pretty cool. I guess a number of black birches down there. There's just a tree growing on the side of the mountain. What do you think about it, man?
It's so awesome. It's amazing. It takes my breath away.
Natural bridge. Swamp Canyon, also known as Politician Canyon. This is Sunset Point. This is Nana's view.
It is.
As far as close as she's going to that rim.
Yep.
cool down there. Loose rocks, steep trails, blue track water.
The cars don't bother him. There's one over there. Just one. He looks like he's a lookout.
He's the lookout.
You bought these.
Yep.
Yes, yes.
These are electric.
Yes.
Yep.
They're ours.
Can I ask you a couple questions?
Yeah.
Is that time?
Sure.
Yeah.
So, how much does it cost? About?
$1,000 a piece.
Oh, that's cheap.
It's
And
for
how,
an electric bike, yeah.
and how does it work?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's worth it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
No regrets, huh?
Yeah, no regrets. And,
No, how come yours is white and yours is black?
well, they,
Oh, yours is bigger.
well mine's a boy. Well, they call it a step through.
A step through, but it's a girl's bike.
In my view, that's a girl's bike. This is a boy's bike.
Oh,
Yeah,
because
you're
it's
sexist.
lower.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh,
They
this.
both come in black and white.
Yeah, you get
So you
they
get
got
either
two
one.
colors
Yeah.
either way.
Is this cheaper?
No.
Same price.
I like the seat.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
really white.
She
Huh?
she bought
that's
that at
extra.
Walmart.
Oh,
What does
yeah.
your seat
Yeah.
look like?
Yeah.
You look like a kind of guy who researched this thoroughly.
Yeah.
Why did you pick this one?
Mainly because it researched good and the price is lower than most anything out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No.
And it's
What is
Yeah.
this? She doesn't have that.
this is a
No,
camera.
that's a
Oh,
camera.
that's
Oh,
GoPro.
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 Yes.
Yes.
We got one though. We never used it. This is how you use it.
It does a nice picture.
Beautiful pictures.
Okay, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
You don't work for Lectric. You're not like a salesman.
That was
No, retired.
Retired.
Okay,
All right.
thanks.
You take care. Hi peoples, we're on our way to Mossy Cave in Bryce Canyon National Park. We're at Mossy Cave.
And we're going, we're not even sure where we're going. There might be a cave down here.
Or what's here? Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, we don't know. So,
Follow along, see where we end up.
yep.
It's as mysterious to us as it is to you.
Mm-hmm. All right, we made it to Mossy Cave. We never know what we're gonna run into. So it's just the beginning of a cave. You actually can't walk through it or anything. It's kind of like an alcove type thing, right?
Yeah, a little part under the rock where the water comes through,
Yeah.
like a little cove.
It looks like the beginning, like what you would go into when you went into a cave. So it's kind of nice and interesting. But it says it's got a little sign that basically says that from the winter it has what are those things?
As the water drains down, it freezes and it forms icicles.
They form all winter and then they start melting, and some of them last all the way until June here. Yeah, so this is what we came to do today. We're gonna head back to the car, and we're gonna stop at the Red Rock. Oh, I'm excited about that. So stay tuned till we get to the Red Rock.
See you there.
Yep.
Kind of going down the trail.
Going down the trail, not going up it, going down.
So she's doing pretty good. It's kind of narrow.
Yeah, I think that's what bothers me most.
Rather steep.
And this one has like a drop off. The rest of them don't have the drop off, which is I can do really well. All right. Oh look, we can see the
Oh, the waterfall.
the waterfall.
There's the waterfall.
Look at that. Ah. All right. Off we go.
Off we go. Off you go. Where are we at, babe?
We are in Red Canyon at by Bryce National Park, and you can see the hoodoos behind us. In that, everything is orange, and we're told that it's because of the iron that's in the mountain. It
In the soil.
In the soil, right? So.
Podunk. Picnic tables. kind of an interesting story. This place across the street there, called Ruby's Inn. And I guess this couple, there's a town not too far from here called Panquitch.
Yes.
And they used to live there, and they moved to this area.
When they got married, they had the kids were the daughter was 6 and the son was 8.
Dimanche, il y avait un rendez-vous.
On ne traverse pas n'importe où. Il faut aller chercher les passages.
So they moved, them and a bunch of people from their town moved to this area.
They bought a plot of land here,
plot of land,
right across the street.
planning on farming and everything else. And actually, I forgot to say this part, we're actually right outside of Bryce Canyon National Park. It's right before you get in the entrance. And they didn't even know about this Bryce Canyon. So after they moved here and they started their ranch and everything, they discovered Bryce Canyon. And then they started bringing their friends over to see the canyon. And then eventually they they made a lodge and turned it into a lodge. And it's a pretty big place. They got, I mean, it's real commercialized. They got restaurant.
But
as you
it
can
wasn't
see.
in the. It was like what
1916.
Yeah,
is when they started, the lodge.
This and that, and so I mean they built it themselves and invited people over. It was a happening place. So it was
and
they deserve all the success that they
they've got pictures throughout the whole store of that time period and everything. But they've got they've got the general store, they've got the restaurant, they've got the lodge is like 160 rooms. They got an RV
park, and it has 200 spots in it.
And they're actually, with the area that this is, I mean, they start out at $50 a night, which is pretty reasonable for this area.
And it goes up from there because every place that we've seen around this area, and that is $75 or $100 a night. So and then why don't we turn and show them the little souvenir places that they have in the back.
Here?
Yeah, little town.
This little town is called Bryce Canyon City.
So, and it's really cute. They have like little souvenirs and ice cream and.
Go ahead.
Thank
you. We'll cut you out.
And ice cream and a rock shop and fossils, and they got a little jail down there. It is so cute. And in the back behind it is part of Ruby's Inn, and they have an actual rodeo.
Back in there's the hotels and stuff.
But that's not theirs. That's the Best Western.
Oh, that's the Best Western.
Right. Yeah. But they have the rodeos that are here, and then they actually over by them they have where they have a dinner theater in that, and they have country western and a dinner there in that, and it's a happening place out here. Everything is packed, and we're considered out of season right now.
And it's still pretty packed. But as you can see, Ruby's Inn.
Right, and some of this is closed already. The ice cream shops and stuff, they're all closed, but it's still there's people everywhere.
Yeah, it's pretty full.
Yeah.
So we just came out. We just had dinner there at the restaurant.
Yep.
They had a buffet, which was it was pretty pricey at $26, but it was quite a good buffet. I mean, they had, the food was good and hot. It was good. And definitely worth it. So if you ever get around this area, Bryce Canyon, just make a stop here at this Ruby's Inn. It'd be worth your time.
Yep. Oh, can we put it on Ruby? His name is actually Reuben Sarrett, and they called him Ruby, and that's how it got its name. And that Ruby's Inn is actually a man. His first name was Reuben. Well, what'd you think of Bryce Canyon National Park?
Big hole in the ground. Pretty nice hole in the ground.
It is. It's beautiful.
If you're going to make a hole in the ground, that would be it.
Yep. Now, as you can tell, there were some walks or hiking trails that I just could not do. Bob ended up doing them by himself. So I just couldn't be too close to the rim. I can look out and see how beautiful it is, but I just can't get that downward motion in that. But I did find my favorite place here.
Fantasy
Fairyland.
Fairyland Canyon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, out of all the points that you go to see, we like the Fairyland
The best.
Canyon the best. Yeah, very pretty.
Yeah,
So I'd put this place on your bucket list. Definitely worth coming to see.
definitely. We're going to be leaving, and where are we heading?
We're heading down to Zion.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going down the mountain.
I can't wait.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be at the bottom, so I'm looking forward to
Yeah,
this.
we'll see if it's a little better for her hiking around on the bottom of the mountain instead of the top of the mountain. So, yeah, so Zion National Park. Come and check that one out next week.
Yep. See you later.
Bye. Just want to say one thing about this gas station right here. There's a Sinclair gas station right here. Actually, it's across from Ruby's. They offer a lot of stuff for everybody, dumps and LP gas and everything else. But what I want to point out is we had 2 tire issues. One in the car and one in the tow dolly, and they went beyond what was expected to help us out. I mean, they were crunched for time, they were short-handed, it's right before lunch, and they took the time and the effort and helped us out right away with our issue. So I just want to compliment them, and if you ever have any problems or anything like that, definitely patronize their business.